I'm not gonna bother doing the intro. The reason being is because I have a lot of people in my Discord ready to cancel me if I even say one bad thing about this movie. Y'all will have no damn idea how many people in my community are ready to crucify me if I say anything bad about this movie. To give some context, I've never seen this movie. I've only heard of it, which is a little different from the movies I typically cover on the channel. This movie came out in May of 1988 and was directed by Steven Chiodo and distributed by Transworld Entertainment. This typically isn't a bad horror movie depending on who you ask, but we're gonna see about that right about now. We start this movie off with an intro that's short, sweet, but not musically appealing in the slightest. There's this cop leaving a little get-together, I suppose, and he almost hits this like Jeffrey Dahmer lookalike in the street. Oh shit, cops, get him! It's Jeffrey Dahmer! Look, he even knows it's Jeffrey Dahmer! Look at him!
Son of a bitch.
Get your ass out the damn road! We then go to where this movie calls On Top of the World, but come on. We know what this is.
Hey man, that's not cool.
Everyone out there is essentially playing the tonsil hockey games and doing the nasties whenever these guys pull up in an ice cream van and offer some post-sex snacks to the people.
A tasty treat for while you screw.
Well, no one is in the mood for some goddamn ice cream because they just start throwing things at these guys and they eventually just drive away. Mike and Deborah are about to play a nice little game of let's hide the body part whenever this weird thing just flies over their heads and crashes in the woods behind them. We cut to this farmer that sees the exact same thing, but I don't know if he's Scottish or he's so damn country that his whole name consists of two first names.
Bobby Hornswoggle. Did you see that little old sky jockey zip down in their poo? Thousands of people are coming. They're gonna have hot dogs.
I'll add translations on screen if I understand any of what he's saying. He decides he's gonna take his dog on this little adventure and they stumble upon this giant damn tent in the middle of the woods. And just like the candy vans we were warned about when we were kids, you do not go near this damn thing. I don't give a shit how much popcorn they give you. You cannot convince me that I'm gonna walk up to some damn tent in the middle of the woods. Not me. No siree. Bobby Dillon over here is trying to find a ticket counter when all of a sudden this clown comes out and snatches his dog for the taking. Apparently this is John Wick's grandfather because you do not fuck with his dog.
What in tarnation's going on here? Where's my dog? Where's my Pooh Bear? I'll tear this thing apart with my bare hands!
Well, after he punches the tent and gets 50,000 volts of not a good time straight through his body, this clown comes up, and I'm glad that they're both smiling, because that clown is smiling for a whole different reason. Now going to the PD, we meet that same grumpy cop that we found earlier, dragging in two Alice Cooper cosplayers, and this is around the time that we found out that this cop is just a real big piece of shit. We go back to Mike and Deb, and they're doing this thing that we like to call pretty damn stupid, and they go into the woods and they find the tent.
What's a circus tent doing all the way out here?
Yo, gee, I don't know, dude. Let's go check it out.
Deb is sketched out. Mike is happier than a pig in shit at this point. They enter the tent and Mike is just pissing all over the industry. He don't give a good goddamn who's in this tent. They get to these doors and somehow trip into the first one. And then it opens on the other side and they find the core of the ship. They go back through door number one and oh shit. There's a clown approaching. What do we do? Well, going through door number two, obviously. They go into this giant cotton candy room that Mike claims there's an explanation for.
Will you just calm down? There's gotta be a logical explanation for this.
What explanation? If your explanation is human flavored cotton candy, then you'd be right. Mike and Deb completely blow their cover and haul ass out of the tent. Oh no. They have their own canine unit? Yeah, hurry, she's got a latex allergy. The clowns can also read somehow, and they find that Crescent Cove is only 5 miles away, so they start walking there to this beautiful ass instrumental that's playing over it. That 80s style of music just sounds so good. Like it makes me want to get a perm, buy a DeLorean, and obtain a Gold's Gym membership. Now let's skip ahead a little bit because all that really happens is that Deb and Mike go to the cops. Dave believes them. Mooney thinks that they're dumbasses. Dave and Deborah start fighting each other on the way to Deborah's house, and then Dave and Mike go out to the forest. You caught up? Great, let's continue. These clowns have now entered Crescent Cove, and they are doing things that normally would have gotten people shot at this point. I mean, they're destroying drugstores, they're hiding in pizza boxes. Oh, Jesus. At least it wasn't a dick in a box. Giving chocolates to people. I mean, hell, there's even this one creepy damn clown that's like trying to lure out a little girl. Oh, hell no. Jared Fogle, you better get away from that goddamn burger restaurant. And the mom eventually stops her. Like, we're starting to see these clowns take people in droves at this point. My favorite part of this movie so far is when this little clown goes up to like this biker clubhouse on a tricycle, and one of the guys just starts giving the clown shit, ends up destroying his bike, and then the clown pulls out some boxing gloves and, well...
Knock my block off.
Holy shit. Talk shit, get hit, I suppose. We go back to PD where Mooney is getting a ton of calls coming in about clowns, and he thinks the whole town is playing a giant joke on him. And Lord, if he were to only see what would happen 30 years later. Let me know down below if you had any cases of like killer clowns walking around your town, you know, few years ago. Now this is the part where I'm going to deduct some points because these effects that I'm showing on screen are horrible. The car looks like it's going in 30 FPS while the clown looks like it's being rendered on a fucking calculator. I said in the recording that I know it's the 80s, but hey, look at Back to the Future. That movie came out 3 years before this one. Granted, the budget was 19 million and this one about 1.8, but still. We then see Deb get in the shower, but don't worry, the producers put us in horny jail and only show us popcorn instead, which I don't know why they decided now would be a good time to introduce the fact that the popcorn is now alive. I don't know. Man, it's the 80s. Everyone was high at this point. Later, we see this clown get off the bus and start doing shadow puppets for the crowd there, and the effects actually look pretty damn good. I think I know where most of the goddamn budget went. Anyways, the clown keeps amazing this small crowd of people when all of a sudden he summons a shadow demon that eats all the people and then he feeds them to the popcorn. And how the turntables on that one. Mike says fuck it, kill first, ask questions later. And as he's driving the cop car straight into the clown just no clips and just flies straight into the air. Yeah. That's when Dave calls Mooney and lets him know that yes, everyone's reports are true, there are clowns killing people. And Mooney says this.
That's it. Screw you and your college flunkies. It's gonna take a hell of a lot more than a lame prank like this to get Curtis Mooney to throw in his badge, so fuck you! Over.
This is what I love. A clown walks in, sprays Mooney in the face with these dandelions, escapes the cuffs, knocks Mooney out, puts the two Alice Cooper cosplayers in cocoons, and then turns Mooney into a human puppet. And this is where we also get our first clown kill, which I'm not surprised is just a gunshot to the nose. Mike is having his friends drive around in an ice cream van screaming at these clowns to come and get them, but as they make a left turn down Destination Fucked, they see a whole parade of clowns. Damn, the Gathering of the Juggalos has gotten a lot better since then. We see Deb get out of the shower and she starts hearing a little bit of some weird noises. And don't worry, those are just some clown snakes that are in the laundry hamper, the medicine cabinet, and the toilet. I understand the laundry hamper. Maybe the medicine cabinet, but you gotta be higher than some damn senator socks to believe that some weak ass popcorn crawled itself into the toilet and just waited for the opportunity to come out. That's not the only thing she has to worry about. You see, the clowns trolled her into opening up her apartment door, and now because of that, she's in a bubble. Mike and the brothers pull up to see this happen. The clowns take off in their car, and then they take off after the clowns. And then so does Dave. And let me tell you why that son of a bitch has one functioning brain cell in his head. He could have went after the clown car before the ice cream van, right? But no, he flips on lights and sirens right after the ice cream van. And you know the brothers, being so smart, this is what happens.
Rich, the cops, stop the truck!
Oh, you dumbasses. You fucking idiots. Yep. Tweedledee and Tweedledumbass over here slammed brakes in the middle of the road and destroyed the cop car in the process. So they have to put pedal to metal and haul over to the amusement park where the tent is at. The clowns pull up to the amusement park where this security officer is like, hey, you gotta piss off. The park is closed. And well, what do these clowns do? They start throwing cream pies at the guy. I feel like I need to add a certain logo on screen, but I don't know if that's gonna completely age restricted or not. So many pies, in fact, that it just completely melts this poor bastard. The only thing that would make this better is a cherry. Thank you. That's such a nice clown. The van pulls up shortly after this and they quickly head inside where they start discussing what the clowns could be doing. What are their motives? Shortly after that, the group decided they're gonna split up. The brothers fall into a ball pit where they're just tongue punching the aliens in disguises while Dave and Mike try to find Deborah. They eventually find her and they do the stealthiest and quietest thing they could do. Because of Rambo over here, they barely escape multiple times. And because of his antics, they run out of ammo entirely. And then the room that they enter just completely fills up with clowns. I'm getting like Dawn of the Dead vibes from this. I don't know why. When all hope is lost, the van smashes through the side of the tent and the brothers start talking to the clowns as if they're a god. Well, these brothers better start praying to one because this big bastard comes from the ceiling, strings and all, and then starts destroying the van, but this time without the strings. He throws the van, makes it explode, kills the brothers. Thank you, movie. Dave tells Mike and Deborah to head for the exit as he fights this thing one-on-one like it's some Elden Ring boss. Mike and Deborah run outside to meet the cops, and they all meet each other at the same time that this tent is spiraling up and taking off. And then it explodes and kills everyone on the ship. Nah, just kidding. This clown car has Dave and the brothers in it. How did the cops survive? Who fucking knows? But the brothers, though, this is how they did it.
We hid in the freezer with the ice cream. Yeah.
And with that, there's some glitter that falls from the sky, and then some cream pies follow afterwards. Well, you know, all good things end in a cream pie. Hey! Now, with all things considered, this isn't a bad movie at all. There were some moments where I felt like they could have done without, and I wasn't a big fan of them constantly swapping back and forth between Deb, Mike, and then Dave and the PD. I wasn't a huge fan of that. But I'm gonna be doing the honors of putting this movie in the tier of pretty damn good. Even doing that, I feel like I'm making a lot of people mad because I'm not putting it in the God tier category. But here's the thing you gotta realize. I'm not denying that this movie is a genuine cult classic. Even me mentioning it in my stream, link in the description, it got a huge reaction from a lot of people in my community. You know, I might have a change of heart in the future and it may go into the God tier, but as of right now, it's staying where it is. So be happy, you beautiful bastards. If you're wanting to check out all the other movies that don't even have a chance to be as good as this one, go ahead and click this playlist that YouTube recommends on screen. I'd really appreciate it. And as always, keep it brutal, keep each other safe. Until next time, later.